Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to TayNinhTV's Sports on TayNinhTV with some last events now broadcast nationwide, and here are our stories today. Ladies and gentlemen, on the morning of March the 5th, the Farmers Association of Taynan Province held a conference to summarize their coordination work in implementing the intersectoral agreements between the Farmers Association of the province and the local commercial joint stock bank Taynan branch in 2024. The conference aimed to assess the actual and objective situation in implementing the intersectoral agreement and the results of coordination in implementing credit policies to serve the agricultural and rural development in the province. The results of outstanding loan were as December 31st of 2024 reached more than 39.7 billion Vietnam dong and reaching for 63% of the annual plan. In 2024, the Farmers Association of Tân Châu Hòa Thành Châu Thành units successfully completed the capital disbursement target according to the set plan, contributing to effectively supporting farmer members in the fields of agriculture and rural development in 2024. On this occasion, 12 collectives and 6 individuals were awarded for achievement in implementing the intersectoral agreement between the Provincial Farmers Association and Lộc Phát Joint Stock Commercial Bank in 2024.
After the Lunar New Year holiday, commercial business activities in February 2025 gradually returned to normal, thanks to the guaranteed supply. The consumer markets remain stable without any sudden price increases. It is estimated that the total retail sales of goods in the month reached over 8,600 billion Vietnam dong, up 11.45% over the same period last year, of which 8 out of 12 groups of goods had a slight increase, reflecting that consumer demand remains stable. However, due to the specifics updated, some items tended to decrease slightly, including food, garments, household appliances, tools and equipment, cultural and educational items. In the first months of the year, the total retail sales of goods are estimated at over 70,200 billion Vietnam dong, up 11.45% over the same period last year. With these positive signals, the retail market continues to maintain a strong momentum, contributing to promoting commercial activities.
And the province industrial production index in February of 2025 decreased slightly compared to the previous month, and mainly due to the Lunar New Year holidays. However, in the first 2 months of the year, this index still recorded a fairly high growth rate compared to the same period last year. According to statistics, the industrial production index in February of 2025 decreased by 2.15% compared to the previous month. The main reason was the third holiday, which disrupted the production until days. However, compared to the same period last year, this index increased sharply by over 27%. In the industrial sector, some felt a significant decrease compared to the same period, such as on the processing and manufacturing industry decreased by 32.47%. Production of drugs, pharmaceuticals, and medicinal materials decreased by 10.68%. The production of prefabricated metal products decreased by 8.32%, and despite the decline in some sectors, the private industrial production index in the first 2 months of the year still increased by 15.65% over the same period last year. And recently speaking at a seminar with Asian enterprises in Vietnam, the Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính suggested that Asian countries and Asian enterprises need to implement the 5 more principles to join Vietnam in achieving the growth target of 8% in 2025 and double digits in the coming years.
Analyzing the current world situation, especially the trade competition situation, the Prime Minister suggested that Asian countries and Asian enterprises need to be more united, promote more connectivity, deeper and more effective cooperation, boldly innovate thinking more strongly and effectively, have more groups of solutions that meet practical requirements and implement more drastically, focus and key points, including closer coordination between countries and enterprises. Affirming that the cooperation space between Vietnam and ASEAN is still large, the Prime Minister suggested the two sides have large and symbolic cooperation projects and suggests that ASEAN and Vietnam strengthen economic connectivity, promote the development of science and technology, innovation, startups, etc.
And on the morning of March the 5th, Inspection Team Number 5 of Police Bureau and Secretariat, led by Mr. Nguyễn Hồng Lĩnh, member of the Party Central Committee, Deputy Head of the Central Inspection Committee, Permanent Deputy Head of the Inspection Team Number 5, came to work with the Standing Committee of the TayNinhTV Provincial Party Committee to inspect a number of keywords topics in 2025. Receiving the delegation, there were Standing Deputy Secretary Provincial Party Committee, Head of Provincial National Assembly Delegation Phạm Hùng Thái, the Deputy Secretary Provincial Party Committee Nguyễn Mạnh Hùng, and members of the Standing Committee of Provincial Party Committee. In the past time, the Provincial Party Committee proactively deployed thorough reps and promptly implemented Directive Number 35 dated on June the 14th of 2024 and Conclusion Number 118 dated on January the 18th of 2025 of the Police Bureau. The summary resolution number 18 and conclusion number 121 dated on January 24th of 2025 of the Central Executive Committee, associated with the establishment and operation of the new party committees, resolution number 57 dated on December 22nd of 2024 of the Police Bureau, conclusion number 123 dated on January 24th of 2025 of the Central Executive Committee of the party. Up to now, the preparation work for the party congresses at all levels in the Provincial Party Committee towards the 14th National Congress of the party has basically ensured a set progress, and the province has completed the arrangement, consolidation, and organization of the apparatus of the streamlined political system according to the progress and orientation of the Central Committee. As a result, after the arrangement, the whole province has reviewed for 56 focal points, of which the provincial level has reviewed for 19 focal points and the district level has reviewed for 37 focal points. Mr. Phạm Hùng Thái, Standing Deputy Secretary Provincial Party Committee, Head of the National Assembly Delegation of the province, said, "We strictly follow the direction of the Central Committee to pay special attention to political and ideological work, information and propaganda work to ensure the ideological stability. And up to now, we are just thoroughly disseminated and determined the goals and requirements, especially that party members and party organizations must grasp them thoroughly to propagate to the people to find the consensus and unity in their awareness. The implementation of the orientation to promote economic growth has been carried out proactively with a high determination, promptly reviewed the development space and driving force to adjust the road plan, set out task solutions, and assign specific tasks to each agency units and individuals to focus resolutely and determinedly implemented and complete 2025 road target of 10%. And during the process of leadership, direction, and implementation, TayNinhTV also encountered some difficulties and problems. So the province proposed and recommended to the Central Executive Committee, the Police Bureau, the Secretariat, and the government aid-related issues. The members of inspection team requested TayNinhTV to clarify the report contents as well as propose solutions that the province needs to pay attention to in the coming time. Concluding the working section, Mr. Nguyễn Hồng Lĩnh, member of the party's Central Executive Committee, Deputy Head of the Central Inspection Committee, acknowledged the efforts and achievements of TayNinhTV in implementing the four contents according to the inspection requirements of the Police Bureau. Regarding the resolution number 18 and conclusion number 121 of the Central Executive Committee related to the establishment and operation of new party committees, Mr. Nguyễn Hồng Lĩnh suggested that TayNinhTV continue to reorganize the apparatus according to the Central Committee's requirements in the direction of retaining capable cars, improving the quality of apparatus, the quality of cars, and meeting the requirements of political tasks in the new situation. This is difficult but must be done, and if we cannot do this, we will have an apparatus but limited the car capacity and unable to meet the task. It will be difficult to complete the task in the area. And being a civil servant does not require the talent, only dedication and understanding of the work, knowing the work, being responsible and understanding the work to serve the people. Otherwise, those who know the work and are responsible will leave their positions. And if we keep those who do not do a good job and stay in their positions, our apparatus will not be good and we will not serve the people well. This must be noted. Regarding the implementation of the Directive number 35 and conclusion number 119 of the Police Bureau, Mr. Nguyễn Hồng Lĩnh suggested that tenants stop the district and commune party conferences to wait for the further instruction from the Central Committee in the spirit of the instructions in conclusion number 127 of the Police Bureau and the Secretariat, and at the same time carefully prepare for the new term provincial party conference. Regarding the conclusion number 123 of the Party Central Committee, Mr. Nguyễn Hồng Lĩnh said, TayNinhTV is a locality with many economic difficulties, so to achieve the double-digit growth by 2025, the province needs to make a right efforts with the specific programs and solutions regarding the implementation of Resolution number 57 of the Police Bureau, and Mr. Nguyễn Hồng Lĩnh suggested that TayNinhTV should issue a resolution for the implementation. Regarding the implementation of Resolution number 57 of the Police Bureau, Mr. Nguyễn Hồng Lĩnh suggested that TayNinhTV should issue a resolution for the implementation. The second thing is to continue to propagate and raise awareness for the businesses and society about the importance of research and application of science and technology in life and economic development. Only then can we promote the green economy, circular economy, sustainable economy for the future of TayNinhTV. And there are policies to mobilize and support the development of science and technology enterprises. The Provincial Party Committee and People's Committee proactively play a core role in linking and researching the application of science and technology between the businesses and institutes, the schools and intellectuals in the area. Regarding TayNinhTV's recommendations, the inspection team noted and forwarded them to the Police Bureau and specialized agencies to respond to the locality in writing. And receiving the conclusion of the head of the Police Bureau Inspection Team number 5 and the comments of the members of the inspection team, the Standing Deputy Secretary Provincial Party Committee Phạm Hùng Thái affirmed that through the working section, it helps the locality recognize the limitations to seriously learn from experience and lead and direct implementation in the coming time to ensure the requirements set out. And on the morning of March the 5th, a delegation of leaders of the District Party Committee, the People's Council, People's Committee, and the Vietnam Fairland Front Committee of Tân Châu District, led by Mr. Kiều Công Minh, Secretary of the District Party Committee, visited border guard stations stationed in Tân Châu District. The delegation visited the border guard station of Tống Lê Trân, Suối Lam, Cà Tum, and Tân Hà, and at the visited locations, the delegation listened to the commanders of the unit report on the situation of activities in terms of politics, logistics, combat readiness, training, as well as the border situation in the past time. On behalf of the delegation, Mr. Kiều Công Minh, Secretary of the District Party Committee, acknowledged the achievements that the units have achieved in the past time, and at the same time hope that the units should raise their vigilance, not be surprised by the situation that arises, and ensure the political security, the social order, and safety in the station area.
Mr. Bùi Tuấn Hải, Deputy Director of TayNinhTV Department of Education and Training, and leaders of Tan Thảo have just attended the ceremony to receive the certificate of recognition of meeting national standards level 2 at Rang Đông Kindergarten in Long Hoa Quế. Rang Đông Kindergarten was established in 1992, located in the Holy See. In the past time, the school has done a good job of caring for, nurturing, and educating preschool children from 24 to 72 months on. Comprehensive education for children in terms of physical, emotional, moral, aesthetic, and intellectual aspects is the basis for forming human personality. Along with that, the school also does a good job of socializing education and regularly renovating facilities, adding supplies, toys to build a green, clean, beautiful, and safe environment, ensuring conditions for children to study, play, and develop. At the ceremony, Deputy Director of the Department of Education and Training Bùi Tuấn Hải awarded the Certificate of National Standard Level 2 from the Provincial People's Committee to the leaders of Rang Đông Kindergarten.
And ladies and gentlemen, since the beginning of 2024, many provinces and cities across the country have had outbreaks of poultry diseases, especially the influenza. Since 2022, TayNinhTV has not had any outbreaks of avian influenza, but the TayNinhTV Department of Animal Husbandry and Veterinary Medicine warns that the poultry disease has always at risk of recurrence and reoccur because There are still many small-scale livestock farms that have not ensured the veterinary hygiene. Pathogens are still circulating in the livestock environment, and livestock farmers need to be vigilant and strengthen disease prevention, especially during the changing season like today and like nowadays. Chautan District is one of the localities with the largest poultry herds in the province, with many small-scale farms. Recently, livestock farmers here have always been aware of disease prevention, and Mr. Phạm Tuấn Kiệt in Sumung Hamlet, Thái Bình Commune, Chautan District, switched to raising meat chickens since 2018, and recently has increased his duck farming, a hybrid of French and Muscovy ducks. At the same time, his chicken duck farm has up to several thousand birds, and Mr. Kiệt pays great attention to disease prevention. However, during the current transitional weather, he is taking extra care of his livestock also. Clean the barn every day. Medicine and disease prevention must follow the vaccination schedule set by the state. Must be vaccinated correctly and regularly. Biological beatings use rice house with the Balasa yes spread, and during the changing season to increase the resistance, antibiotic supplements and electrolytes and extra heating at night. According to the assessment of Animal Husbandry and Veterinary Department of the TayNinhTV province, recently pandemics, especially avian influenza, have only occurred in small-scale farms. Because the large-scale farms only applies biosafety farming processes and are strictly managed, so it is difficult for pandemics to penetrate, and therefore the specialized officer always focus on propaganda and supervision of the small-scale farms, encouraging the farmers to always be vigilant against the pandemics in poultry flocks, especially during the transition of the hot season like now. The weather changes from the cold season to the hot season, and poultry farming needs to pay attention. First of all, about the breeds, buy from places with a clear origin, and the farming environment is regularly cleaned and disinfected. And there must be vaccines, which are mandatory for avian influenza vaccines. And not only taking care of livestock during the hot season, being vigilant against livestock and poultry diseases is a continuous task of the TayNinhTV Animal Husbandry and Veterinary Department. In recent years, the livestock diseases have always been well controlled. TayNinhTV province has been chosen as the location to build a disease-free livestock and poultry zone, and it is a positive site for the sustainable development of the TayNinhTV livestock industry. And the Prime Minister just issued a telegram on the management of ensuring balance of rice supply and demand in the face of developments in the world and domestic markets, directing the development of plan to purchase resources to proactively respond. The Prime Minister requested the Minister of Agriculture and Environment to direct localities to ensure the production output and area closely monitor the crop calendar and drought and salinity situation and limit the impact on rice production. The Ministry needs to closely monitor developments in the world rice market, obtain information to localities and businesses for timely adjustments, and at the same time strengthen market management, strengthen inspection, examination, and supervision of the buying and selling situation, avoiding taking advantage of situation to force down prices and profiteering. The Prime Minister assigned the Governor of the State Bank of Vietnam to study and expand the quota and lower term for the businesses to buy rice for temporary storage when the market fluctuates. And the Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính also had directed the Ministry of Finance and the State Bank to submit a proposal for a legal framework for digital currency dispatch. According to the content of Directive No. 5 signed by the Prime Minister on March 1st, the Ministry of Finance is required to preside over, together with the State Bank, to propose and submit legal framework for managing digital assets and digital currency also. The ministries must submit this legal framework in March, and digital currencies such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, etc. are considered popular virtual assets. However, Vietnam does not have a specific definition of virtual currency and virtual assets, and current regulations only mention the concept of electronic money anchored to the legal currency existing in the forms of prepaid bank cards and electronic wallets. And under the correct leadership of the party, the government and the state, in 2024, the Vietnamese economy has a strong growth with each quarter higher than the previous quarter and core inflation under the control. 2025 is a golden opportunity for Vietnam to take off when the party's will in line with the people's will. In 2024, despite many developments in the regional and world situation, which are complicated and unpredictable, specifically economic impacts, Vietnam still has a GDP growth rate of 7.09%. The GDP per capita reaching for $4,700 per person, an increase of $377 compared to 2023. And this miracle was achieved thanks to the correct leadership of the party, the state, and the support and solidarity of all the people. The resolution number 57 of the Policy Bureau has identified science and technology and innovation as the key drivers to promote economic growth, increase labor productivity, and improve the national competitiveness. This vision is consistent with the global trend and when advanced countries consider decisive factor to overcome challenges and achieve sustainable development. Science and technology is the key industry and a target for all developing countries, and Vietnam is also shaping to see this, and we are also on par with Japan, Korea, and other countries around us that are placing emphasis on this issue. And we also have the foundation. It is a golden opportunity. We see that it is a golden opportunity, and I repeat, the golden opportunity for our country to take off because we are qualified to take off. And the people's opinion and the party are already there. So this story we just try to arrange well, then we will take off. In the context of requirements for innovation and development of the country, the arrangement and streamlining of the apparatus of our country's political system is becoming an urgent task of special concern to party and the state. This is not a matter of cutting or mechanical measures, but a comprehensive resolution aiming to build a streamlined, lean, strong, efficient, effective political system meeting the requirements of the new era. The achievements that our country has achieved over the past time under the wise leadership and correct guidelines of the Communist Party of Vietnam, combined with the supervision and inspection of the National Assembly, the front committees, plus the high political determination, the spirits of solidarity, and the efforts of all people are the important scientific and practical basis for Vietnam to develop more and more strongly in the direction of socialism.
And that's all for today, TTV News. Thank you for being with us, and goodbye for now.